Excellencies, distinguished panelists, dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to start by thanking our panelists for their insightful contributions and for enriching our reflections today. Your expertise and lived experiences have deepened this important conversation. I also wish to thank you all participants for your engagement and commitment to this critical issue. Today's exchange has confirmed something we already know from history and from painful lived experience, is that hate speech is not just speech. When it goes unchallenged, when it is normalized, when it is politically instrumentalized, it becomes an enabling factor for violence. 25 years after the adoption of the Durban Declaration and Program of Action, incitement to discrimination and violence remains widespread and in many contexts is tolerated or exploited by political actors. Despite the creation of this important declaration and normative framework, hate speech continues to resurface as a recurrent driver of instability and conflict. And this should alarm us all. The Great Lakes region offers a stark reminder. Genocidal ideology and hate speech did not disappear after 1994. It was reorganized and found a new fertile ground in Eastern DRC. The continued presence of the FDLR, genocidal militia, a UN-sanctioned armed group created by the perpetrators of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi, illustrates how impunity allows violent ideologies to persist and spill across generations. Where hate speech is left unchecked, three things happen. First, the exclusion of minority groups becomes normalized. Natives are labeled as foreigners, and communities have their genuine grievances dismissed or trivialized. Second, discrimination becomes systemic. It becomes embedded in local politics, security structures, and armed mobilization. And third, violence becomes predictable. Rwanda speaks on this matter with the weight of history. Our country was directly devastated by hate speech and genocidal ideology in 1994. We continue to witness how such rhetoric circulates in our region, especially in the Great Lakes and Eastern DRC, where hate speech remains one of the root causes of recurrent conflicts and humanitarian crises. We therefore wish to raise the alarm once again. More must be done. Prevention must be prioritized. Accountability must be strengthened. Silence and complacency only embolden those who weaponize identity and dehumanization. The question is not whether we recognize the warning signs, but whether we will act in time. In South Kivu, violence has already escalated alarmingly, with the Banyamulenge community in the high plateau of Minembwe facing systematic targeting and a humanitarian blockade based on ethnic basis. These developments are clear signs of an ongoing ethnic cleansing and constitute material evidence of crimes against humanity. In light of these urgent realities, allow me to conclude with two forward-looking proposals. First, we encourage the establishment of an informal cross-regional group of friends on combating hate speech and impunity, open to interested member states and partners. This platform could meaningfully contribute to the Durban Plus 25 reflection process by facilitating the exchange of national and regional experiences and by advancing practical cooperation on prevention, accountability, and early response. Second, we urge that the Durban Plus 25 reflections fully address the evolving and transnational nature of incitement, particularly in digital spaces. The role of online platforms in amplifying dangerous narratives cannot be overlooked. Prevention and early warning mechanisms under the DDPA must therefore be strengthened and adapted to remain credible and effective in the rapidly changing environment. Rwanda stands ready to work with member states, UN mechanism, and civil society to translate these commitments into concrete action. I thank you.